welcome back to Learning the Tarot. I've been recording a lot today, so if you see the same background, that's why. I forgot I made tea, so if you also forgot about your tea that you made, go grab your tea that's now very lukewarm, and let's talk about the Five of Wands. So, Five of Wands. This card to me, again, we're going with this like storyline of existence for this like set because it just seems to go down the exact path. So, in the Four of Wands, we have our success. This is when we hit publish, we get our sales, whether big or small, and now we're in the next phase, which to me honestly is where the biggest obstacle comes for so many authors, and that is the marketing or imposter syndrome, aka the second biggest challenge that you face as an author or a writer, because really, like, the hardest step is hitting the end of your first book, really, because how many people have said, I want to write a book in my lifetime, and you hear people who are like, I want to be a writer, I want to be an author, and then years pass and it never actually makes any progress. They might write a little bit and then it wanes off, and then they write a little bit and then it wanes off again. So that's like the first battle you have to deal with. Once you hit the end, the revisions and actually hitting publish isn't terribly difficult. It might be if you do traditional publishing, but honestly, like, more and more authors are like, dude, self-publishing is where it's at. You make better sales self-published than traditional publishing, which is interesting because it used to not be that way. Love the internet for that one because it is shifting, and so more authors can actually get success and not be withheld from whatever an agent or publishing house decides is worthy of being published, and instead you can publish it and find your own niche little group of readers, and they will support you to the ends of the earth, and it is wonderful. So that said, the Five of Wands in our analogy is when you have to start the marketing or you have to deal with your imposter syndrome where you're like, am I actually, like, is my book actually good? Because now you start to get, like, maybe the not so great reviews coming in, and like that stuff starts to linger in the brain, and it starts to create this obstacle for your overall goal of having your book out there. And also, I feel like if it's upright, this is like the acknowledgement of like, this is another really hard step in the writing process. If it's reversed, however, this can be the reminder that you need, because I feel like regardless, upright or reversed, it is the obstacle. This is the marketing or the imposter syndrome that happens after your success. And again, I'm using this as my analogy for this set because the whole time, that's all I can see. And so obviously there's other ways to interpret the cards, but this is the one that's working for me because this is prevalent to my life. But like, regardless, upright or reversed, this card is the obstacle of like marketing or like imposter syndrome, basically the aftermath of hitting publish. And so reversed, this could mean that we need to seek help from other people. So like, if you're dealing with imposter syndrome, maybe this is the time that you start to look into like, how do other authors deal with this? Or if your sales have like plummeted, maybe we actually need to learn how to market and figure out what way are we going to connect with our readers. It could also be like the struggle of finding the next book idea, and you might be inspired in like the most random ways possible and just like new ideas of things that might be coming your way. Because basically the way the like books described this card was that if it's upright, you're going into battle, you're going into some kind of conflict, some kind of obstacle or struggle is going to be in your way. And if it's reversed, you still have to deal with the obstacle, like it's still there, but it's sort of like how you deal with it. Like if it's upright, it's a fight. You're going into a fight. And if it's reversed, it's more like we need to like either look within or like we're needing to like sit down and chit chat and like come to a conclusion some way, some kind of resolution needs to happen. And it's a lot more peaceful of a way of happening, more of like a communication versus like fight to the death kind of vibes. So that is my thoughts for the Five of Wands. I would love to hear your interpretations for this one in the comments down below. Huge thank you to my patrons. I'll have their names here on the screen. If you'd like to support me and get access to exclusive content, it is patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like and subscribe. I post every single day, and until next time, thank you so much for watching, and blessed be.